Hi guys, it's Bibi from Back to the Basics by Bibi. Back to the BBB. We're here with our second episode, and I'm so excited to have Raymond Dela Torre. Raymond Dela Torre is the assistant principal for Mount St. Michael's in the Bronx for grades 6 through 9. Hi Raymond, how are you doing today?
I'm good. And yourself?
I'm good. Today's conversation is not about discipline in schools. It's more so along about his other profession. He's a man of many trades, and one of them being that he is an ordained minister. So I have a lot of interest from people that would like to become an ordained minister and don't know the proper procedures, or that they do it incorrectly, or that they might wind up getting scammed. So this is why I have Raymond here, so that way he can answer a few of the Q&As for us. So you ready, Raymond?
Yes.
Okay. The first question is, what interested you in becoming ordained?
So a friend of mine, one of my coworkers at my second job that I have in the city, my part-time job, was getting married, and he asked me, "Ray, do you know anybody? I need a priest or a minister. I need somebody to do my wedding." I said, "He said, you know anybody?" I said, "Yeah, I got you. I knew nobody." You know what I mean? And then I was like, "Wait a second, maybe I could do it." You know, I looked up online, I searched, and it was like something I was interested in because it's not a bad thing to do. And I've heard of people doing it before. So I literally surprised him. He didn't know that I was going to be the one to marry him up until about a week of his wedding service.
So how did your friend feel about that?
No, he was ecstatic. He was like, "Wow, like thank you, bro." You know, I still charged him, but I gave him a discount.
Gotta get paid.
I did give him a discount.
That is great. That is awesome. So I wanted to ask you, when you're going for registration, what is the actual process? How, do you have to take any classes? Is it something that you have to do online, face to face? What is the actual process in doing this?
Okay, so I did my becoming ordained was through the Universal Life Church. It is a nationally known church. It's non-denominational. So it's not Catholic, it's not Baptist, whatever. It's a Christian organization that there's many actual celebrities that are ordained through the Universal Life Church. So pretty much you go online, fill out, answer a couple of questions. Of course, every organization asks for a fee. They send you a fee, then they send you your ordination certificate along with a bunch of other stuff. And then of course there's stuff to purchase if you're gonna perform any type of ceremonies and so forth that you can buy. But once you get that, they send you a whole packet that helps you with the next step, depending on what state you're in, to be able to legalize marriages.
Right.
So there is two parts to being ordained. One is you can do a ceremony. You can be the one and you give a certificate of marriage. Now, with those certificates of marriage doesn't necessarily mean that it's a legal document. Like, in order to make it legal within a state, you have to have a marriage license per se. Every state is different. But the Universal Life Church, whatever state you are living in, they send you the documentation that you would need to take to your local clerk office.
Okay. So when you do the procedure itself, there is a form that you and the bride and groom fill out that has to go, or is it something that you have to take to the municipality of where you're?
Okay, so when you want to become a person, an officiant, that's what they call it. So yes, I'm ordained, but it's become an officiant in a state, so to speak. Again, when you join the Universal Life Church and you become ordained, they actually what state you're in, and then they'll send you all the documentation that is necessary. There's their status, your letter of good standing, their address and their tax ID, and whatever the case may be. They send you a whole packet. That you go down to your local clerk's office. I had to go down to City Hall, and I had to fill out and then give in that paperwork as well. And then I received my document that made me an officiant in the state of New York. So I can marry people. So I could marry someone just in ceremony. But at the end of the day, the ceremony is one of the most important things. You know
Right.
what I mean? Because you're getting married under God, in the eyes of God. Now, a lot of people like to also for legal purposes, so that I can get the benefit. I can give my wife her benefits, or I can give my husband his benefits, or whatever the case may be. For legal purposes, people get marriage licenses, and that's where sometimes you have people who just go down to City Hall and they just have like a little ceremony or something. Literally, they're getting their marriage license right then and there. Now, for someone who's an officiant who's going to marry somebody, the couple has to apply for the actual marriage license. So I can't go get a marriage license unless I'm getting married myself, obviously.
Right.
But the couple has to get a marriage license, and it's valid for 90 days. So within those 90 days, they get married. If even again having a ceremony, you can have a ceremony anywhere. It doesn't necessarily have to be a church. It could be in a chicken spot for all people care. You know what I mean? And you get a docket number. Like I have a file number that I put down on the marriage license, my name, address of where it was, who the witnesses are, and then I would mail, or the officiant would mail it to the clerk's office. They get the stamp, and then it gets sent to the couple, and that is their legal document. So as far as for legal purposes.
Okay. Okay. So, what I was curious about, because I think there's additional paperwork in New York City compared to if you were to marry somebody in Orange County, New York, if you were to do that. Is that the case? Is New York City, because I know New York City has these weird laws out there. If you become ordained in New York State, is there any additional procedures or qualifications or registrations you have to do for the city of New York?
No, the only thing is that certain places or towns, you may be able to email it. I mean, not email it, to mail it to them. So when I was going through the process, I mailed it to them. They never mailed it back. They took my money. They didn't mail it back. All right. Then they send it back to me, and they're like, oh, you have to come in person. In New York City, everywhere else in New York, you can mail it.
Right.
But in New York City, they're like, no, you have to come in person.
Right.
I was like, well, I wish I would have known that. And you took my money order. So New York City, yes, you have to actually go down to the clerk's office. And it was pretty fast. Like it was literally, I was there for half an hour. And I was more or less trying to find parking, go inside, get a number. I was watching people get married. Like they have a little section down in City Hall where they have a section where there's like a guy there who's like just saying the steps to the people, and the people are getting married, for the marriage license right then and there.
So it's faster than you finding a parking.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Thank God I had somebody waiting in the car. They were holding down the car while I was inside. But literally, it took us longer to find a parking than I was inside there. But it was really quick. You pay a fee, and then again, you get a certificate. They make you sign. I'm talking about this humongous book. This book I'm talking about is like the book of that you'll be judged in at the end of our lives. Like it's like that long that you hope your name is somewhere in that list. And literally, the book was about 6 feet long, and about 3 feet wide. Like the lady pulled out the book, was like some old book from like some old horror movie that they're gonna read a spell. Put it on the table, and it's like she had to like do two hands for one page, like, and she like goes down the list, writes my name, and then I have to sign it. So I probably signed away my soul. Probably. I'm still waiting for my money or something. I didn't get it, but then you get your certificate, and literally I have a certificate that has my number, and I can literally, again, I can perform just regular ceremonies and give a certificate that'll be for the church, for Universal Life Church, and then also I can sign off marriage license for the right price, of course.
So is the license, do you have to renew it each year? Is there like a renewal process?
For what, the marriage license, or for my
license? Yeah.
No, my officiant license. No.
Okay, so it's permanent, like your signature on that book.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and I don't know. That's like the Book of Legends or something. I don't know.
So the question I would like to ask, because I know people, our audience is going to ask this question, is like, what suggestions would you like to offer those seeking to do this as a profession?
Um, just know, hopefully you have clientele already lined up. So I did a marriage, like I said, I did my close friend of mine. I won't even say my homeboy, close friend of mine. I did his wedding, and it was an honor to do it. You know, again, thank God I have another job because nobody else wants to get married. And every time someone wants to get married, it's like, oh, I'm just asking. You know, but all, with being, besides being able to do marriages, I can do baptisms, I can do funerals as well. I'm
Ah,
actually scheduled to do a baptism in a couple of weeks as well.
see, that's good to know because I bet, I mean, I sound ignorant. I thought when you become ordained, for some reason, the only thing that went through my head was weddings. But I can see um, having that very useful for baptisms,
Yeah.
especially now with people being quarantined and maybe they want something a little bit
Hmm.
more quiet, intimate, and
Yeah.
don't want to go through a baptism of their child. So that's something great to know.
Yeah, you can do baptisms, you can do funeral readings and so forth. And again, I mean, you, you, some people will do this just for free, and then some people will charge. You don't try to break anybody's head either. But obviously, anybody they get, they would pay anyway. You know, so. But yeah, like I said, don't sign up for this thinking that you're gonna make hundreds and thousands of dollars. You're not. But it's something, at least what I would suggest is at least have some type of religious faith, because obviously you can't really do this if I strongly believe God. It doesn't matter what you call God. I'm not trying to get religious. I'm just saying if you're gonna marry people and go through a church to get ordained, you should have some type of belief in a higher power. That's all.
Well, you know what? That's great advice because you have to have faith in your soul in order for you to
Yeah.
do this process for somebody else because that's somebody's life, that's somebody's their baby or their family member that's passing on. So they need a person there that does have faith in order for them to go through the process with them. So the big question, I see you have all your information above you.
Yes. Let me
So
duck
let's
down.
see, the email says maestro79weddings@gmail.com and phone number is 646-721-5169. So did I get that right?
Yes, if you try to contact me, I don't pick up strange numbers. So if you're interested in booking me or so forth, or I just ask you questions, text me and then text me saying I'm interested about a wedding, or you can email me, which is like Bibi said, maestro79weddings@gmail.com. And I had these cards made, so they're really, let me just turn around. You see like a nice ring, and then let me just get out the way. Wait, this way. Wait, okay, wait, okay, wait. See, you guys can't see it all, but you see
I
the
love
little
it.
maestro, my logo. You know?
I love it. Raymond, thank you so much for being part of this show. Again, if you want to reach Raymond Dela Torre, you can reach him at the email that's listed above. We will be putting it in our link below. Again, this is Bibi from Back to the Basics by Bibi. Thank you again, audience, for supporting us, and we will see you soon. Take care. Bye.